So basically, I think when we were doing all these planning discussions, I think around New Year, and I think I have been convinced all along that our technology, which we have developed, is the benchmark. And when I present these technologies to people, they said that please come to the earth, you always live in heavens, so don't talk about heavenly things with us. So I said, well, now I'm not going to be talking about anything. We are going to build something and show it to them. So now that is the approach which I've taken, and I'm not actually asking anybody's help. You see, when we are trying to do something good, help comes from above. And that help came in the form of this, gold mines, which I was after. And now we have a wonderful kind of setup done in Africa, basically both in East Africa as well as in West Africa. And somehow some of the very, very high profile ladies, you remember the 2 billion mother programs which we are talking about. That by really enabling 2 billion mothers, we can solve all the problems. So based on that vision, everybody thinks that that's an impossible task also. But based on that vision, some high profile ladies, ladies from royal family came on board, and they just loved the concept. So now, we are on our way to really demonstrate our technology. And just the good news was that Africa, Pakistan, all these things are, difficult areas. And people feel scared, traveling into those areas. And I think that has been my struggle since I knew Bill Susinski and we developed this, Energy University campus town kind of a concept. They never came to Pakistan, and we were not able to do any of those things. And then we decided that it is better to bring your engineers into Texas. And then we have also identified one farm in Texas, which I've been talking about since 2 years. So that 163-acre dairy farm is available with us in Texas. It is like $1.7 million. And I found out that the land in Karachi is much more expensive than the farm in Texas. So I think it makes good sense, to really build something in that weather, which is very similar to Karachi. And it's a year-round kind of a weather. So we'll probably build one campus over there. And then this gentleman whom I know, and I bought his company, HNT World Limited, Hong Kong, because it's a Hong Kong-based company. And this gentleman who is living in Los Angeles is from Pakistan. Never believed in all the things I was doing, but he is like 10 years older to me, like yourself. And he said, Mufaddal, I love your concept. You never back out. You keep on, punching. So I like you. I like your ideas. And, and this particular site he has in Moonbeam, finally he has agreed to give us that site. It's Moonbeam, Ontario. It's a 150-acre site, which we have available. So I think all of those things are in place now, and we just want to make sure that all the engineers from the developing countries gets trained in Canada. Canada appears to be a very safe country, in America. In North America, USA is in a big mess. We don't want to really, work in USA now, and this came as a huge relief and things, because we always struggled as to where the site would be available to us. And now this particular site, which we have been talking about, with Lloyd and others, that this is in a remote area, not in Toronto. It's
I looked it up.
In Ontario.
I looked it up.
Yep. So that is a site available, and I believe that I would like to get all my engineers from Africa, from all the countries, basically developing countries. We are enrolling them into our GEMBA program, which everybody considers that this is this is like a, impossible kind of a program. How can you give a GEMBA degree, which is $53,000 in USA just for $7,200? And I told them that, money is not important. I can give them free also. But the most important thing is this, that the people, these engineers whom I'm enrolling into the program, they are the asset. You see, they work with me, 18 hours a day, since I am actually transforming them into something useful. There will be the useful entrepreneurs, and I made this, since we are talking about, $5 trillion a year of food industry, climate smart food industry now. So I said, well, to make millionaires, in 53 months is not a difficult thing for me to do. Because previously it was like a $2 trillion a year industry, halal food. Now everybody needs our food. Climate smart food is needed by everybody. And I know that we can produce everything in this one facility. So now I think I was looking at all the design, which was available to us. And I said, well, I don't want to reinvent the wheel. Something which you are comfortable with, which you have already designed. I just want to, put that thing up. And it, I think, fits in very nicely. This, the sunflower shaped structure.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yes. Fits in nicely. And we simply duplicate that. We build this in this site, in Moonbeam. And we say, okay, everybody who wants to learn can go to Canada, learn from experts, directly from the inventor, and, build this thing up. And then that's it. You know how to do it.
Okay.
So now what I want to do is this. I need, I've looked at it. Whatever you, this is the situation. Okay, now I want to do this, this particular sunflower. Looks very attractive. Okay, has enough space to do my health center, Wheel of Life, farm school, everything I want to do in a university campus.
Now that I think of it, it looks like a modified Wheel of Life. It does.
Looks like a modified Wheel of Life, right? Exactly.
Not exactly, but it's very similar.
It's this. And, always I was convincing everybody that, okay, whatever technologies Kent Alford has, whatever technologies, waste to value technology was developed by Dr. Paul Olivier. I mean, we just had a meeting, yesterday with Dr. Paul Olivier. I said, well, Dr. Olivier, what will be the cost of the kitchen? He says, Mufaddal, I am not going to be charging a single cent profit from you. Whatever is the cost, okay, I will optimize the cost. I'm an engineer, how to do optimization of the cost. So, he's ready to build this kitchen, which is a community kitchen for us. He's ready to build the, this climate smart stoves, which he has developed. And he's going to build a kitchen for our home. So he said, I'm going to design a kitchen, we build it, and then we have to simply assemble it. Everything will be manufactured in where he resides. So he's in Dalat. So I said, good. You do all the manufacturing in Dalat. You let me know how much money do you need over there to set up the manufacturing facility. You do the manufacturing over there. I will send everybody out there, in batches, so that these engineers from all these countries gets the training. And then after that, it's very simple, very duplicated. And I simply asked him again, how much royalty are you going to charge, Dr. Olivier? He says, Mufaddal, I've seen your business plan. I've seen the MOU which you have made for me. Okay. And I was actually, it's like our model was like 72% we give to the people. 7% goes to the education fund. And whatever the partners are, we distribute, those 21% among ourselves. So he says, Mufaddal, I love that business plan. I'm approving it, but my 10.5%, I'm not interested in this. Put that in the education fund. That's it. So, he's not refusing it. He says that I want to really make sure that everybody gets educated. So now, in his case, whatever money we are making, over there, his 10.5%, will be going to that education fund. So, that is what I made in principle, because I've asked him a lot of time. He says, Mufaddal, no, I don't want any money. I've got enough. I made enough in my life, and, I want to just make sure that everybody gets educated. And I think you are the person who can do it. I mean, you come up with really, out of the world kind of ideas, and you are at it always, you never back out. No matter what kind of criticism, people are, doing about your programs and plans. So now, I mean, he's a very dedicated, professional working with us. So he is going to be doing that in Dalat. And I think you guys, Aubrey, and your Canadian team, basically yourself, we have a moonbeam site, so we work on it. And then we agree on it because all these, sunflowers, which we are going to be making in all the university campuses, I've got 1,000 campuses in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Okay, and they are ready to really, move forward. Because the health center, it's a win-win situation for everybody. Nobody can say no to it. Because I'm not asking any money from anybody, right? I said, okay, this is it. And I'm going to make sure that all the student families and all the faculty and everybody else becomes co-owner of this facility, whatever it costs. Okay, you become the co-owner of the facility and it becomes a sustainable income for you. You guys. So I think that way it's a fantastic model. Everybody agrees on it now. And so now we are ready to move forward. You have to simply give me a number, Mufaddal, for every, every sunflower which I make, we will grow sunflowers also in it, but every sunflower which I make, you can give me this much as a royalty. And I can assure you that whatever money you need, as this is the relationship we need to have, right? That, okay, this is the royalty I would charge for each unit. And whatever is the cost is actual material and everything else. Your expertise will be there. You will be training, all these students. The students will be building it. So then there is no labor involved in it. And so that's what we agree upon, and we just move forward.
Okay, well, yeah. Well, we do have the international network that we're creating, and your project and your movement really, your vision fits directly into this extremely well and aligned, I would say. And in that network, what we're doing is a 5% royalty.
Okay.
And yeah, and in that royalty, half of it is going to the extension of the farming network, which is again something that would be in synergy with the sunflowers. The farming network is small farms. Not for such a large thing as what this project is.
Correct.
But so that then balances, and looks after both the mega scale. It is a large scale, maybe not mega, but it's a large scale.
Correct.
And also looks after those who would implement at a farm scale, at a local, family farm scale.
Correct. And I think we love all the models, which we have developed along with Aubrey. Everything. I think we will use all of them.
Yeah. 50% of that royalty, the 5%
is going over there, right? Okay.
Is going to the PodNet, and that's organized out of Iceland. We have a wonderful team there, and very global network, which gradually we can get to know each other's plans and kind of have this intersection of these good plans.
Correct.
And then the other half is designated towards the Solaroof Foundation, which is for innovation, which I have many more inventions.
Yeah, I know.
You've seen the airship, and you've seen some of the other.
No. I know everything, And what I was thinking about is this. That whatever these big billionaires are talking about, going to space and doing this and that.
Yeah.
We can possibly do this with our technology, and it will be wonderful.
Yes.
And one of the things which we will do is this: we will never sell our technology to anybody. It's ours to use. We will use it, and that's it. And everybody will enjoy it.
All right. Well, it seems to me to be timing perfectly. The next thing is about the timeline.
Correct.
How to actually get the implementation. Certainly a property in Ontario, and with good support. And I looked up where it's located, and
You're comfortable with it?
Of course. Yes, absolutely. And Canada has a remarkable opportunity to host, the climate refugees from the world.
Correct.
Because we do have the land, and all we need to know how is to live environmentally, and as we absorb, refugee, that we're not disturbing, the equilibrium of the ecology, and so that is our goal with our technology. Is this ecological architecture, which itself is wholly aligned and harmony with nature itself, as you know. And so,
Okay.
so yes, that once we can get to that stage of understanding, and understanding technology, then all of those all of those require those necessities actually, because the climate change and drastic, climate impacts are already unavoidable, and we'll need the response. So of course, all of this is the response, right? It's
exactly, it is.
It's spirit-led anticipation of what is needed for humanity to come through, right? And to not enter some dark ages now instead of going upward. So we want to lift everyone up and go. So yes, we can do that. And the manufacturing, we're mobilizing with Aubrey, with his project PowerPod Global. Of course, I'm part of that, very much part of that.
Correct.
As you know, and yes, we have manufacturing now getting established in China.
Okay.
And I would propose that on that property, even this year, we could implement initial like site action on the site in terms of supporting the implementation of the plan. So you need a site facility first of all.
Correct.
There's a kind of a field office, right, at first, and
it is.
And then and then it can be also a site reception center where our plans for the site can be exposed to local people and to visitors, who come to see what's in the plan for the site. Well, then they need a kind of a facility on site so that we can gather the momentum. You may bring some of your engineers, they need a place to stay. So basically, we create like a base camp, kind of a facility that is going to support the launch of the sunflower, the wheel of life, right?
Correct.
And so that we can initiate that now. We can have those facilities, the sort of the first base camp facilities established even before the winter and going into next spring. And then with those kind of logistical preparation makes also easier the implementation of the large scale project on the site, which is city scale.
Correct.
Yeah. So we can come up with a proposition as to those phases and stages and the amount of investment required in each one, and then we can give you also realistic delivery, and say this location and this opportunity to mobilize these technologies together, right? Because there's a number of technology. We'd love to work with Professor Olivier, and we'd love to have all of that knowledge. We would of course want this this development to be off grid, because we know we need to make it stand on its own, as would any project, right? I mean that's the presumption that creation is sufficient, and the sunshine and the water and the air and the land and all these resources on any given site are sufficient to having a beautiful self-sustaining community that is doing no damage to the world and is living in abundance, right? So this is what we need to demonstrate. Certainly it is a blessing that we could initiate this in Canada because of the stability in a world that has so many challenges now, and not claiming any great status for Canada actually, because we have had many of our own problems. So everyone is really coming from a place of trauma and in this world, understanding that Canada did not you know, Canada as a nation destroyed the First Nations here, and you know, and we are part of the colonial empire and all of the implications. But you know, nevertheless, we are a place of peace and relative peace and friendliness and tolerance, and more than tolerance. I say multicultural, you know, loving society. That's what we would hope anyway, that we could be seen as being and actually be. You know, so yes, it would be an honor to have these opportunities. You know, to create this this place where people can gather, really, too. So all of your expertise from around the world can come together, and of course, the Solaroof technology is a catalyst as a new form of architecture, and in that, you know, of course, we need engineering, we need manufacturing, and architectural expertise and know-how. And we will be, you know, gathering together a multinational expertise team, and you know, that would be the project team. And so of course, you know, people in your network and people in my network, you know, other groups that are aligned, you know, with us, there's are going to be welcome to participate, and of course want the openness and transparency, you know, what we're doing. So,
and I think Canada is also nice in a way, because when we look at all the universities of Canada, probably we will find students from every country over there. You know, so it's like a United Nations in a way, you know. So and it's a country loved by all the residents, you know, who are currently residing in Canada. And my experience, you know, since I did some postdoctoral work in Nova Scotia, the most beautiful part of Canada, you know, so I know how the whole, you know, society and culture works. It's a huge, I mean, it was.
Well, that's a wonderful complementary aspect to the project would be to say that universities could consider this project as a off-campus, you know, place of meeting, you know, and coming together. So, and that's what the world needs, right?
Correct. Exactly.
And even the academics are a bit too competitive with each other, and so we want people to you know, give up this competitive spirit and find a cooperative spirit, especially in the context of a global climate emergency. And if anyone can see the global climate emergency now, my goodness, they must be really shutting their eyes very tight.
Correct.
Because,
and I think now, since we are enhancing the budget of all universities by 5%, you know, so I think that nobody would say no to that particular proposal.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And while we are enhancing the budget, you know, that budget itself is creating the finance for us, because we are converting their budget into gold, and I get my gold from the gold mine. So obviously we are making money over there, and you know, that profit gets parked in our SAM Climate Smart Trust. So the money will always be available, you know, for
well,
so it's a self-sustaining finance.
All that high finance is over my head, you know.
No, that's fine. But we have developed that situation. But now what I want from your end is this, that couple of things, okay? I mean, we have agreed on Moonbeam site, okay?
Yes.
And I would like to work very, very closely with the Chinese, you know, associates who are building this facility in China, because I want this China-Pakistan Economic Corridor gives us the access, you know, to everything from China. And I am adopting some facilities here in my city, Karachi, and Pakistan Machine Tool Factory is a wonderful facility, which because of the politics has been closed down. So now that facility we will convert into a campus town, and you know, would love to work with Dr. Aubrey's Chinese team to, you know.
Yeah, well, we're definitely that is a vision that is again creating the teamwork and creating the cross-cultural connection. And you know, we we need that to build a peaceful world, and you know that
it will happen.
That will happen. Yes, yes,
we can definitely. So we are ready now. I think from all the planning and hard work we have done, now we are ready basically to execute. And you know, let's assemble all the like-minded people together. You take care of the North American part in the Moonbeam campus, you know, so all the international students get trained over there.
I'll give you an objective, which is not in, you're managing what I hope will be vast amounts of funding, because there are vast amounts of funds in the world, right?
It is, they are available, yeah.
Nowhere good, right? They're not really, they're trying to get out of some industry like fossil energy, and they're looking for what's new and what's real, right? What's a
correct.
good return. So I know that money is not really limiting.
Money is not limited at all, and unlimited funds are available. Simply now, why I'm saying unlimited? For instance, every organization now, every company, especially the oil and gas companies, are almost getting bankrupt now. Okay, all the Middle Eastern countries are facing a lot of crisis.
Yeah, their time is ending. Yeah, their time is ending.
Exactly.
This is a transition we're going through. The problem is that we need to quickly transition to what we do actually do.
Correct.
We can't have a collapse where those whose time is over don't collapse and leave people in a terrible crisis. And so our feeling is that with God's grace, yes, we can suddenly, miraculously, but not, people say, well, is that miraculous? No, no, it's through God's grace.
Science is engineering, yeah. And,
yes, we can immediately have the new creation, which, because this is our capacity, to do this. And so once we let go of one, the other one is right at hand. We just need to act on it. So I would say, let's see if we can focus on a very quick approval of a budget of $500,000 for a Moonbeam site, which will get us creating this base camp, this very first facility, and then we need to scale it to about 5 million for the sunflower, for the Wheel of Life, for that Pyre City, Pyre Pod City project, right? And we put our heads together and mobilize those. Now they don't need to run one after the other. The 5 million project is a project in its own right, needs a project team, needs retaining people, to mobilize that team. Concurrently, we can mobilize the $500,000 budget, and we can actually build on site with our present PyroPod designs, the P4, the P, and so on. We can implement those, and then we have a physical representation of the technology that is coming. And that's important because all this academics and professional and engineering, manufacturing people don't have the understanding of this new building technology, right? And so have this physical representation of the working systems means that everyone can quickly come up to speed, right? So we get through a kind of a learning curve with the technology very quickly. And understanding also that the technology is not complex. This is not rocket science,
It is doable, yeah, exactly.
In terms of the, building systems, the solar roof concepts are for everyone. It is not a complex thing. So the only thing I can understand why it's been so long in being adopted, and people starting to work with it, is that we were waiting on God's plan, on God's timing. Right? And
so now I think we will, my request would be that let's utilize all the agile engineering technologies, etc., which is available for us to make the components of, our sunflower, project. And let's put all of them together And then, you know, you let me know in terms of enrolling, probably what kind of expertise do you require in terms of engineers? And I will get those engineers enrolled, and then they will be in, you know, presently they will be enrolled from the Canadian universities and USA universities. So they will be coming and working with you on the project. So we want to really make sure that, you know, we do it without wasting a single moment. Okay, all the materials are there, everything has been properly, you know, put together. And then since this is a zero constraint environment, so that allows, you know, you to really, you know, efficiently move forward and, you know, do your part. And I think I want you to really basically focus on then, you know, developing the new things. Okay, this has been done. I think you have trained Aubrey and all the other young people, you know, around that. So I think they can possibly take care of all the things in Moonbeam. And I will work with the Chinese folks to do some of the things in Pakistan. And we do both of the projects in parallel.
All right. Excellent. Yes.
So we do that. And what I will do is this, that I will allocate basically, you know, $5.3 million as a startup fund, you know, for you to basically, you know, just execute this, you know, and do it in such a way that people can simply say that, okay, when the like-minded people, you know, joins hands together, we do create miracles, you know. I mean, people may do whatever they like to do or think whatever they like to think, but we actually the timeline will be all recorded, right? And we will exactly know when we started, okay, and you know, how fast we completed the whole thing.
Yes. The project team identify some of the lead people immediately, pretty much immediately. Of course, see if they are available, but that's why we do need funds, you know, to mobilize and get people dedicated, right? Get people on board.
I mean, what I'm simply saying is this, that is your baby. You take care of, you know, doing the setup and do everything, you know, which you need to do to set up a facility.
Very transparently, so that, you know,
no, I mean, I know. I mean, we don't have to really talk about any of those things. This is the money, which is your money, okay? And you are the decision maker about how to spend it, where to spend it. And I'm sure, I mean, it will be spent properly. And, you know, I mean, idea is this, that since we are talking about zero constraints, you know, nothing should stop you from really moving forward. Even if you need more funds, you know, it will become available.
All right. Well, I couldn't ask for more. That is what we need. We need the physical resources and means of we need the world, and we need the spiritual will and intention. And I think they both exist now.
They exist,
And so nothing can stop it, you know.
Exactly.
And we must move quickly, because the pace of the emergency is accelerating. So
it is. And then I think once it is done, then, you know, problems are there, like wildfires and all those things are, you know, cropping up. And we need to really prepare for all those, you know, places.
With immediate answers. So what a blessing, right? To be able to show what can be done. People feel very helpless in these circumstances.
And I think our sites are, since our sites are university campuses, you know, so once we build all the manufacturing components, etc., in our site, which is our site, Moonbeam site, then obviously all the university campuses would be available to us. And we select the university campuses which are really closest to the disaster areas, like the wildfire in California now. You know, so we select the universities there and we say, okay, now we are ready to start building this over there.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so we will allocate this budget, and I will inform my, you know, finance team, etc., to really, you know, wire the funds to whatever account you give us, and you know, we just move forward. Basically, you should go ahead and mobilize everything, and then I will do whatever I need to do in terms of making sure that all the resources and everything you need is available.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, man.
Wonderful, really. And I'm really making sure that, you know, with your vision, hard work, and this is my belief that whatever inputs we put in, okay, the return on investment always happens, because, you know, in the spiritual system, there is no issue about transparency, and they have supercomputers out there keeping track of each and every second we spend. So I know you've done a lot of hard work, and I really appreciate, you know, your vision, and you have been with me, you know, right from the beginning, you know, since we met. And I'm really I'm really thankful, you know, to God Almighty that we have a team like this who can really, you know, make a difference. And there is no, I believe that probably there is no comparison with the kind of innovations we have.
Yeah. Yes, and it's very global, and that's what we need. We need this. Yeah.
It is indeed.
So thank you. God praise you, and let's move along and get going.
So just I think you know, we will whatever you know, documentation you need to prepare, we can prepare that document if you need to. But from my end, we'll consider this Zoom meeting as a commitments which we are making, and I will share that this meeting with everybody. This is what we have agreed on, and we are moving forward.
Soon. Yeah, we'll come back to you soon with a plan and to delineate those timelines and those phases and the funds. And
no, I mean, I don't need you know, what I need is this, okay, that you are going to put all things together yourself. You know, you have actually identified the amount of funds needed to do it, so we will allocate the funds to you, and now you can simply go ahead and start you know, execution part. Think about executing it. I don't need a business plan from you.
But we'll keep you informed. You know,
I know it'll happen. It'll happen because it will happen because you know, I mean, this is what I'm saying, that we need to spend least amount of time doing it, because we want to get all the people engaged. You know, put all your resources together and tell them that this is what we are doing.
I think I understand. Yeah. No, we won't lose our time in planning. No, we'll go very quickly in execution. But we'll keep you informed at the same time. So
so we know the pace, we know how things are moving along, and you know, and that way we will make sure that we realize this, because you know, urgency is there. Urgency is there to solve the COVID-19 problem. Urgency is there again to, you know, maybe take care of Australia, which will again face wildfires and everything else. So I mean, it just keeps on repeating, you know, and nobody is working on a solution to solve the problem. You know.
All right. Well, we will certainly make that a new beginning.
A new beginning, and I think solutions will be permanent, and these kind of things which are happening will never happen again.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it will never happen.
We'll make poverty history.
Yes, it is. It is. That is indeed our goal, and you know, our plan has been spiritually aligned of helping mothers. Mothers are the running, you know, family, you know, maintainers. So we are enabling all of them, and we want all of them to be living in a facility like this, so they live constraint free and they really enjoy a good life. You know, and obviously the you know, since it's entrepreneurship, the ROIs are always dependent on, you know, the amount of work you put in. So some mothers might become millionaires maybe in, you know, in a very short amount of time. But we are making sure that everyone who joins our program will become millionaires in 53 months. You know, so that's a timeline I have actually developed. So we see how it works, you know. But these facilities are really essential for us to really realize that objective.
Yes. All right, Mufaddal, thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. And I will conclude with the prayers that, so today is a blessed Sunday, and we make sure that we get all the spiritual help we need, you know, to really, really realize this first working, you know, sunflower, where probably about 110 families, or I think it is designed for 96, right? But I mean, I've been talking about 110 is a magic number for me. So we'll see, we'll make sure that those 110 families resides, and that it's a self-sustaining community of about, say, 553 people.
Right.
So that's what we want to do. Thank you very much for your time. Okay.
you. God bless.
Bye-bye. God bless.